All right, well, good morning. Like I said, it's great to see everybody. Hopefully you got you a good spot with at least a 5-foot section around yourself, so you got plenty of room to move around. Let's start out with our knees soft. I want you to just spread your toes out on the floor and just imagine you are very grounded and your chest is open and lifted. Pelvis is relaxed. You don't have to tuck, but just hold your abs as if you were just giving yourself an internal hug. Shoulders relaxed. Take a breath up, palms up, and then exhale and sink that energy. Just a couple of breaths to kind of get you settled in to the mood, to the moment. Good. It looks wonderful. Breath up. Good. Now, as we sink this time, turn the palms up, push them up and away, and a big stretch through the chest. That's real important to get your chest muscles stretched out so that you can take in lots of oxygen. And it helps improve your posture because you're squeezing the back muscles together. Good. One more. And push. Now I'd like for you to just do a little walk in place. So you don't even have to at this point lift the balls of the feet, but just shift as if you're walking somewhere but going nowhere. And be sure as you're moving that the opposite arm is forward of the leg that you're lifting. I know we talked about this a bit last week, but as you're moving, you want, if you're lifting the left knee, you want the right arm forward, and vice versa. That gives you that awesome cross transfer that keeps your hips stable and your waist strong. Good. Now let's slow it down a bit and just shift and reach. So as I shift left, I reach right, shift right, reach left. Good. Up. This begins to just lengthen through the waist. Good. And it feels good just to stretch the body a bit this morning. And reach. Good. Let's do a few more times. Good. Now back to our easy little walk. So just like a little stroll in the park. And then let's lift the knee. So make it a little slower and knee lifts. Lifting the knee higher, opposite arm. Now an easy way to remember to do that is just take that opposite arm and tap the top of your thigh. Good. And this is our more like our cardio warm-up, because if you can get the heart and lungs started going and pumping blood stronger throughout your body, then you wake up your leg muscles, your hips, arms and shoulders, and especially the brain. Lots of improvement in blood flow by really getting your cardio going in the morning a bit. Good. Now place your hands on your hips as you're lifting the knees. Now drop the knee and bring that toe up and your heel towards your back side. So this stretches the front of those thigh muscles and kind of opens that hip flexor and helps to work the hamstring muscles in the back of your leg. Good. Plus it just gets the legs going a little bit. All right, one more set. Now let's just do a little tap. So when you're tapping, you're changing your balance from one leg to the other. And I don't know if you can hear the music. It's one of those you can't really dance or keep the rhythm of. It's just kind of there for background. Good. Now let's change that. Let's stand here in the middle and tap out to the side. So on this one, your weight stays stable and centered, and you're just tapping your toe out. This warms up the inner and outer thighs. Good. Little tap, side to side. Ideally, you keep the body still and you don't even know that you're moving unless you saw your feet. So that's awesome if you can kind of keep that stability there. All right, so while we got this, and y'all look great doing it, let's tap back. So from the side, it would look like this. You just tap back. That opens the hip flexors and it kind of gives your glute muscles, your backside, a chance to contract and work a bit. And then we finish this, we have worked the thigh muscles in every position. Keep going a few more, I gotta let somebody else in. All right. Very good. Now come back to center and just kind of shake everything out. Shake your arms, do your best little Elvis imitation. Just kind of get your body loose and limber it up a bit. Good. Let's take a breath out. Sink that energy and just roll forward a little bit. So it's just an easy warm up. Eyes open, uncurl, take a breath. And then exhale, do that again. Just round over each time. Stretch a little bit further. This is just a good way to get the back warmed up and loosened up. Uncurl, breath. And then exhale, just nice and easy, going a little bit further each time. Uncurl, breath. Good. Exhale, keep your knees softened as you're doing this. This time go a little bit deeper, linger just a little bit longer. Eyes open, uncurl. Big breath. I'm going to turn sideways. Same thing again, just curl down as close to your body as you can. Let your body hang. Gotta hang out there for a minute. Knees are soft. Head is relaxed. The top of your head's going to the floor. Now bring your hands to the tops of your thighs. Uncurl. And then push your chest out. Push your backside out. Straighten the legs a bit and make a tabletop with your body. So the ideal is that your body is parallel to the floor. Your abs are pulled in, your back is flat, your chest is open, and you should feel more stretching in the upper part of the back of your thighs and across your backside. Now go back into your round, soften the knees, let your body make the letter C, take a breath. And now exhale, push the hips back, push the top of the head forward, and parallel your body. Good. Let's do it again. Breath. And exhale out. Giving that body a good opportunity to stretch. Okay. I want you to round a bit, soften the knees. Take your forearm down to the tops of your thighs and just put your palms together. This is too much. You can still keep your hands on your thighs. Now do the same thing. Open your chest, push your backside out. It's just a little bit deeper, a little bit more work in your quads. Now you can stay up here if this is easier for you. That's absolutely fine. And just press and push. Very good. Hands do go back to your thigh. Uncurl the back. And come all the way up. Big breath. And sink. And shake it out. Let's do our Tai Chi tap. That just still gives us one last wake up call, head to toe, internally to the surface of your skin, stimulating all those nerve endings. Come across the chest. And to the other arm. And down the back. Good. Back to the chest. Let's go down to the abdomen. And all around, waking up those internal organs. And everything rock and rolling. And then go ahead and let's go down the tops of your thighs. And the tops of your feet. Go ahead and come up the back of the thighs into the lower back and then across the hip. Up again. Back. Let's do that one more time. and up the back. Now let's go down to the inner thigh. So just a little chop down the inner thigh and a little chop up the outside. Across the hip and down and out. A couple more. Very good. Linger there in your back for a second. Make sure you got your lower back and kidneys and hips and glutes. All right, from your abdomen and your chest, let's tap the back of the neck. And then all along the scalp, stimulating blood flow to your hair and your scalp, and around to your forehead and temples. You can go over the eyes, under the brow, and then under your eyes by your nose, and the cheeks, maybe under your nose and over your lip, jaw. Don't forget to knead the ears a little bit, that wakes them up. All right, we got everything kind of awake and revved up and ready to go a little bit. Place your hands on your hips. And we're going to do some weight shuffles or some lunges, whichever you want. Let's take the right leg and lunge forward, together, forward, and together. So if you make it a lunge, you're going to go a little bit deeper. And if you want to just do a weight shift, just go front to back. Notice that my torso remains over my hips, as opposed, you don't want to do this because that'll throw your balance all off. So as we do it, we keep centered over our hips for stability. Good. So front and just shift. Now, how wide you go is totally up to you. How deep you go is up to you as well. Just be sure is wherever you put your knee that it's more over your ankle and the arch of your foot and not out over your toe. So if you're not willing to open wider, don't go deeper. Does that make sense? Good. Let's take our arms. Let's push forward and pull them back. So push. Now, even though the arms are pushing forward, our body isn't going with it. Good. Just push, pull in, go at the tempo that you are comfortable going at. Good. Push. And left. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Now let's do the opposite. We're going to step back. So start out with the hands on your hips. Step back and front, back and front. So you have a couple options. You can step back, lift the foot up a bit. Step back and just lift your toes. Or you can do a little lunge back, go a little deeper. Good. So choose whichever way is best for you today and what feels good for you. Start with your arms down, turn your palms and press back and tap your shoulder. So as you go back, take your arms back, and that warms up the tricep muscles in the back of your upper arm. Good. Push back. Looks wonderful. Keep going. And back. All right, last 2 sets. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very good. So a little easy march because I'm going to kind of keep this little bit of cardio we got going for a second. So we're going to step out and do some little mini squats. Go as deep as you feel comfortable with. Let's start out with the hands on the hips. We're going to step out to the right. And again, just a little bit wider than hip distance. Hinge at the hip, back, together. And let's do that now to the left. Step, hinge, up, together. Right, hinge, up, together, and left. Hinge. So from the side, you step, shift back, together, step, hinge out, So when I say hinge, you want to keep your knees over your ankles and you bend as if you're getting ready to sit down, but then you decide, nope, I'm gonna stand back up. To the side. This is great thigh work. So step and hinge together. Good. Together. Step. And the other way. Now, I'm gonna challenge you just a bit. Step, do your squat, pull the right knee up, step it back again for 4, knee up, 3, knee up, 2, knee up, good, 1, knee up, and together. Let's do it to the left. Step left, squat, knee up, 2, 3, 4. Very good. Legs are wide again. Go into that squat. Take your hands to your thighs, chest open, and just sit there for a few moments. So from the side, your tush is out, your knees are still over the arch or the ankle, and just kind of hold it. Now, bring your hands to your heart and just breathe and count 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now I want you to come up, and as you come up, push your hips forward. So push through so you're stretching these hip flexors, squeezing your glutes, not arching your back, but just pushing your glutes and pelvis forward. Let's do that again. So we're strengthening the quads and then stretching those hip flexors. Go back. Get a good comfortable position. Weight is more toward your heels. And squeeze 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come up and stretch it through. Good. Big stretch there. We're going to do one more set. Here we go. Come back and hold 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And pull through. Good job. All right, shake that out. This is a movement that we used to do. We haven't done it a lot lately, but it's a very functional fitness movement, meaning that there are things in your everyday life that you do that you would do this type of movement. So we're going to go to right first. So start out legs about hip distance apart. Imagine you're holding a box or a dish that you got to put in the top shelf. So you're going to reach up to the right, and when you do, you lift that left foot and pivot on it. Then we're going to come down as if we're picking something up out of the dishwasher. So that squat we just did is very fundamental. Push it down, then lift up with a twist. All the time, keep your core tight. So let's go down and up. Pick it up, put it away. And go at the tempo and the range of rotation that's comfortable for you. You know what your parameters are much better than me. 4, let's do 4 more at least. 3, 2, and 1. So you can feel almost every muscle from your hips, your thighs, your glutes, your shoulder, your waist, your abs work. Now let's go the opposite way. Start with the left. Here we go. Come down to the right, lift up 1. Reach and 2. Reach 3. And 4. Good. 5. 6. Be sure you're breathing good. 7. And 8. All right. Shake it out for a second. We're going to do another set of 8 on each side, because this movement, pretty much you feel your heart up a little bit. I don't know, I do. You feel your quads, your glutes, your shoulders, chest, and your waist. All right. And this time, if you feel comfortable going a little faster, you can, or varying a bit. By that, I mean, you can put all the weight in one leg, or you can squat center. Then as you lift up, you can even pull a knee up if you want. So those are some additional variations, all right? This time, instead of starting up, we're gonna start to the left down. So we're gonna pick up and reach. Now, 2. Breathe, exhale, 3. Breath, 4. And 5. 6. 7. 8. Very good. Shake it out. All right. Ready? Other way. Let's go to the right. Pick up and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Very, very good. That was awesome, guys. Plus, hopefully, like me, you feel the work that you've done. Let's grab our band. If you don't have a band, if you have weights, a towel, nothing, you don't even have to use anything if you don't want. What I would like to do for our first one is start out with the band underneath your ribs, right around where your bra or shoulder blades end. Thumbs are forward, ends are forward. So get you a nice little wide stance. I'm going to turn my toes out a little bit, which helps me squeeze the glutes and be more stable. If you're forward, that's fine. Just turn a little bit to the corners of the room. Then you find your hips open and you have to really pull your abs in and get low with the soft knee to stabilize, okay? With band work, just a reminder, you want to keep it taut all the time. So you don't want it so loose that it comes back and snaps at you, which is not good for your joints, or it's not going to get the results that you want. Choke up as you need to. And let's just, palms are up now, turn the palm punch forward and in, punch forward. So right now there's no movement in the body. It's just your pec muscles, your chest, and your anterior deltoids in front of your shoulder doing the work. So just punch, good, push, push, push. So you just get that resistance and get a little chest work. All right, so this is the last time, single. Now let's do both at the same time. Push, pull back, push, good. Extend, release, in and out. So you can feel those muscles in your chest. That's where the work is. Push. Those are important to strengthen for carrying things and picking things up. Make sure that your chin is level and the top of your head is to the sky. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. So just to counter this for a second, open the arms out and just open wide and let those chest muscles stretch for a second. So all we're doing is just opening, which squeezes and strengthens the upper back, but stretches that chest. Bring it in and release back in for a second. Now, same movement, we're going to do it with a rotation. The rotation still is in your core, in your waist. The lower body right now is going to stay still, okay? So you're going to turn to the corner slightly. Punch, but remember your glutes are tight and your lower body is stable and stuck to the floor. Push, push. So a little bit more rotation, which now we're doing abdominal work. Internal and external obliques, and your rectus abdominis is stabilizing you. Just turn and punch and punch. So little rotation, really isolating your waist. Now let's punch to the right 4 times. 4, 3, 2. Now to the left. 4, 3, 2, 1. To the right. 4, 3, 2. To the left. 4, 3, 2, 1, back to center. Okay, now I'm gonna let you go all the way into lifting and pivoting on your foot using the entire body, all right? Ready? We're going right first. And punch right and left. Full body. Take your whole self to the corner and push and push. Still working the obliques, still working the waist, but you're transferring weight from leg to leg. Last 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's do 4 to the right. 4, 3, 2, 1. So I just kind of dip 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, 4, 3, 2, 1 to the left. 4, 3, 2. Let's do one more set because you guys got this. 4, 3, 2, and left. 4, 3, 2. Very good. Come back to the center. And I just want you to do little quick ones. Keep your body stable. Just punch a little bit quicker, a little bit more power, a little bit more fast twitch muscle work. Push, 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 punch, punch, punch. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in, relax. Open it out, let it stretch. Open the chest. Even lift your chin up a bit. Push your pelvis forward. Just let the front of your body open. Very good. And release and in. Now, you've got the band behind you. I'm going to turn around to the back so you can see what we're going to do. So you got same hand position. Nothing changes. I'm going to choke up a little bit more. So my thumbs are toward each wall. The band is behind my back. Chest is very open. So I want you to very gently squeeze out and release. Out and release. Wonderful for the tops of your shoulders. And your upper back is contracted, holding and stabilizing your shoulder. Press out. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and release. Did you feel that through the tops of your shoulders? Yeah, that's a good one. I want to do one tricep. We're going to do some more things when we go seated. We may do our biceps seated. All right, hold the band in your right arm. Throw it kind of over your shoulder so your elbow is up. Now, if you've got a bad shoulder or this is difficult to do, just turn your hand and kind of hold it at your shoulder. And then, well, no, that's a bit. You've got to do that. Hold it at the other shoulder and go down like that. Let me show you 2 ways of doing this. So elbows up. You're going to reach around and take hold of the other one behind your lower back. And it doesn't matter how close you are, except for how much resistance you want. Start out easy and then you can always choke up. Extend the arm to the ceiling and bend the elbow in. So the shoulder doesn't move, but the arm goes up and back. Now, the easier if you have shoulder issues is take your left arm to the shoulder and then you just extend down and back this way. So this goes with gravity, whereas the other one is going against gravity. And this is a little easier on the shoulder. So you got to decide which is best for your shoulder. All right, let's see if we can do 8 more either way. 8, 7, 6, 5. Good. 4, 3, 2. All right, hold up on 1, wrist straight, hold 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's holding that contraction. All right, let's go to the other arm. So your option is lift the left arm and reach around with your right, elbow up, or take your right arm and hold it to your left shoulder and then just let that left arm go down and back. So choose whichever works best for your shoulder. Here we go. Extend and in. Extend and in. What this does is help work those muscles in the back of your upper arm. Those muscles are hard to work with our daily functional activities unless you do things where you lift them over your head a lot, or you're an acrobat and you walk on your hands. Those are your best ways of strengthening those triceps. So we have to work extra hard to keep them balanced and strong. They're usually one of the flabbiest muscles in our bodies. Last 4, 3, 2, hold up on 1, squeeze and hold 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Very, very good. All right, I'm gonna do standing biceps and then the rest we'll do while we're seated. Turn your thumbs down and your little finger to the end. And we're going under your right foot. Now wait, I did it wrong. I did it for triceps again. Thumbs up, ends up. Sorry about that. Stand on your right foot with the band under the arch of your foot or your weights in your hands. Squeeze your elbows close by. I've got, very little weight on the back foot. I just got it most on the front and that's fine. Now let's curl in 8, one at a time. 7, 6, keeping your elbows stabilized right on your side. Good. 4, 3, 2. Now let's do the right arm 8 times. 8, 7. We're doing it slow right now. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now left arm. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now take your right arm again and go at a 90-degree angle. And we're just going to do 8 little quick pulses up. So keep it still and just go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Another one. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now release that arm. Let it stretch. Left arm. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Again. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And release. Very good. All right, we're going to work some more with the band when we sit down here for a second. However, get your chair, please. Bring it close. I'm going to turn sideways and I have the back of the chair. I'm going to do a little more hip work, stretching the hip flexors, strengthening your quads and your hamstrings. We did a little bit this last week, but it's always good to do. All right, I'm going to bring the chair close, extending the left leg back. Now, when I extend it back, I still have both of my hips level to the chair. Take your body forward, supporting knees soft, looking down at the seat of your chair. Foot flex. Hopefully you can still see me in the camera. And the reason we lean forward is so that you're not putting an arch in your back, okay? Shoulders relaxed, but hands support you. And let's lift that leg 8, 7, straight, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's try another set of 8. Here we go, and 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now release, kind of shift the weight because sometimes your supporting leg gets tired. Let's do 2 sets of 8 on the other leg. All right, so take the leg back, hinge your body forward, foot flex for best position, and lift 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Another set of 8, 8, 7. Looks great, guys. Hang in there. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in, shift it out. Now that pretty much got the glute as you could feel. So now we're going to do some hamstring in there. Standing on your right leg, left leg back, lean with the hinge, bring that leg up, pull it in. So what you're doing Just kind of making a footprint on the ceiling with the knee bent, and see if you can make a footprint on the ceiling. Pushing 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now extend out and in, out and in. 3, bend in. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm not sure I counted right, so let's do one more. 9. All right, shake that out. So the first one was the hamstrings were contracted. We did the heel up. The second one, we were contracting and releasing the hamstrings. All right, so let's do the same. Stand on your left leg. Remember, keep your supporting knees soft. Leg out. Bend that knee. Think of footprint going to the ceiling and push up 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. All right, in and out. Pull it in and out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Very good. Woo. Hopefully that got your glutes a little bit. Now just make sure we didn't get any tension in our back. Take a breath, walk back, hold on to your chair, push your backside toward one wall, the chair toward the other, and just let that wonderful back stretch. Feel the stretch under your arms and through your shoulders. And just breathe and release. Very good. Walk toward your chair. This time I'm going to turn the chair in. Let me turn this music down a bit. I'm going to turn the chair in. Go ahead and lean so that when you are on the chair, your palms are underneath your shoulders. Now, if you're like me and you've got wrist issues from time to time, just make a loose fist and you can just press the knuckles down into the chair and you'll keep the wrist straight. So you can choose this or take a hold of the side of the chair, just whatever feels most comfortable for you. Okay, we're going to do some balancing stuff here. I want you to extend your left leg and lift it. So my body and my leg and ideally would be parallel to the floor, but you work within whatever is comfortable for you. All right, so I have the weight in my right leg and my left leg lifted. So I'm transfer now, left arm only, right leg, extend your right arm. Just breathe and work on balancing some full breaths, about 3 to 5 full breaths. Very good. Bring that right arm down, left leg in, round the back for a stretch, because sometimes you get things in the back when you don't really need to. Flatten, extend that right leg, supporting knees soft. Also remember, pull up out of your shoulders. Sometimes you get tense and you go down and crunch down into your shoulders. Pull up. And when you feel comfortable, extend your left arm. And breathe and hold. And release. Go ahead and bring the right arm in. I want you to come up. Extend that left leg back in kind of a runner stretch. So I've got my toes and knees forward, 90-degree angle there. So I want to stretch the hip. So we're gonna do like a yoga warrior one. That is lift up, open your chest, open your chin, push your hip forward, and just breathe and hold. And bring your arms down. Change legs. Remember, as you come up, rock that hip forward. Good. Lift up. Shoulders down and back, chest open, chin lifted, eyes to the corner of the ceiling and the wall, and breathe. Now keep this position, bring your arms down, interlock them behind your body, chest open, and continue to stretch, which gives you a wonderful chest stretch. Very good, and release. And before we go seated, let's stretch our quads. We've talked about how you can stretch. A real modified is to put your knee and your arm on your chair and push the hip forward. Or you can grab your ankle, your pant leg, or your shoe, keep the knees side by side, and push that hip forward to stretch. And modification number 3 is to take your band or towel and come up and stretch. So you've got 3 options based on your flexibility and range of motion. If you're like me, one leg is easier than the other. So everybody has their best and easiest and safest way of doing this. But it's a wonderful stretch between your knee and your hip. Good. Now release. Let's do the other one. However you need to do it. Let it stretch. Just a good way to open that hip. Good. Like last week we talked about a version seated, which we can do again if we want. And release. Okay, I'm going to keep my chair to the side. We're going to practice sitting in our chair, and then we're going to do some ab work in the chair. I'm going to change our music tempo for just a second. Grab you some water if you need to. Let's see. Let's do this. All right. Okay, so when we're working on sitting down anytime, and I always like to review this because you can't review it enough, is first of all, you make sure the chair is behind you. Have your legs, again, right under your hips and shoulders, and also don't have them too far back under the chair. So you want to have them far enough out. Do that hinge we talked about many times from the hip. Now, if you need to use your hands to assist in getting to chair, that is fine too. But you hinge, let your arms relax or put them on your thighs or by your side. And then weight goes to your heels and you just let yourself sit down into your chair. Now, to get back up, please avoid at all costs the feet under the chair because that puts all the weight and pressure on your knees. So you want to have the knees a 90-degree angle, out and down, knee over the ankle, which just makes a beautiful right angle. You lean your body forward, hands not on your knees, they're on your thighs or by your chair or dangle. So you let your strength of your quads and the strength of your bones lift you up. So you lean and up, and then when you stand up, always push the hips forward. If you're driving and you get out of the car to stretch, always remember to stretch those hips forward. All right, let's sit back down again. Very good. Now we're gonna first do some abs before we do some more of our stretches and easing up. Slide yourself toward the front of your chair and just lean back into your chair with a little bit of scoop in the body. You're not slumping like this, nor are you with a straight flat back. It's somewhere in between. So just a comfortable sort of scoop. I always call it like a mild level letter C. What that does is causes you to pull your belly button in towards your spine, and chest is still open, so you're not, crunching your shoulders forward. Knees still bent at 90 degrees. I even like for my abs, take them a little bit further out. It helps me relax the hip flexor so I can definitely use my abs. Now cross your hands across your chest to begin with. And imagine as you're coming up, there's a plumb line from the ceiling, right at your sternum. And that plumb line is lifting you up. So take a breath. Then exhale, squeeze your belly button, flatten your diaphragm, and lift yourself up. Then to go back, you take a breath, and you begin to round a bit as you pull the belly button in, force the air out and down. Breath, exhale, up. So it's pretty easy in this position in that it's all in the core, lifting you as you pull that belly button in, take a breath, and then exhale and sort of pull it in to go down and relax. Relaxing the legs, couple more. So this would be your first level of movement. Now you can add an extended arm. Some people say this is easier. Breath, round and come up, then exhale and down. So the movements we're doing now, we're taking a breath with each lift and an exhale, and a breath and an exhale with each release. This is a slow way to help you really work on your breath and to really make sure you're not moving so fast and you're really squeezing those muscles. Breath and lift up. Inhale and exhale back. Now, a more advanced is either hands on the shoulders or behind your head. I'd rather not put it behind your head because people have a tendency to pull the head forward. On your shoulders, arms out, breath. Use that sternum and lift up. And then exhale and back. Breath and up. Good. Breath and exhale back. And again, lift and exhale back. All right, so you've got the flow there. If you have your band close by, grab your band and put it around the back of your chair. And then crisscross the ends right under your ribs, right there between your sternum and your belly button. Okay, so what this is going to do is add some resistance. The minute we add that resistance, your legs, your hip flexors are going to want to take over. So what you have to really do is concentrate on relaxing your legs and making your abs work as you lift. So let's try this. Just crisscross right across your body. Breath. Exhale and up. Good. Now, the wonderful thing about the band is you've also got a resistance going back, so you have to work hard going back. Take a breath, and then very slowly control the release. So you get what they call a double concentric contraction, meaning that you get the work up, you take a breath, and you get the work back down because of that resistance. Let's do about 4 of these. Breath, exhale up, breath, exhale and down. And when you're down, really pull your belly button in. Breath, exhale up, breath, exhale down. Again, and up, exhale. One more. Up and down. Now, I want you to do 8 quick ones with a single breath. So what that means is that as we come up, we're doing one exhale, inhale back, exhale up. And the best way to make sure you're breathing doing it is to count out loud. So get your position, relax your legs, get your abs engaged. And here we go. Take a breath and exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, so I just want you to get a feel for that, and please practice it on your own the rest of the week. Take your arms now with the band in each arm, and we're going to do some oblique resistance. So lift your right knee, then cross your left hand over toward lifting your left shoulder up, keeping your right shoulder down, and come back to center. And the other way, cross and back. Breath, exhale, release in a breath, exhale. So it really, you should feel that in your ribs and the outside of your waist. Cross over and cross and cross. Good. All right, last 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very good. All right, let's release the band. Turn my chair in. Come to the middle, to the edge of your chair. Sit up tall. And legs are right at the edges of the legs of the chair. Breath up. And just sink the energy. Beginning to kind of bring yourself back into a resting state. Breath. Good. Just let them drop by your sides. Just do a few more. Feel the energy we created. Maybe your arms are shaky or your legs are shaky or they feel awake, very energized. One more. Now this time, let's scoop the palms up, shoulder level, open the palms, open the chest, and bring it down. Scoop up, shoulder level, open. Good, big stretch, and down. Couple more, up, and open, and down, lift up, and open. Big stretch, and down. Let those hands rest on your thigh. And we're going to do our rotation in our waist. So this is really by pushing the ribs. So shift your ribs to the right. Try to maintain those that left hip down as your hips go right. Chest forward. Circle over to the left. And then squeeze your belly button as you go back toward the back of the chair. So it's as if your head is making a circle around your tailbone by using just those core muscles. So forward, just nice and easy, squeeze, good, and push. This is incredible for your abs, your back, your waist, your hips. And just think of all the squeezing you're doing to all your internal organs, your liver, your stomach, your small and large intestine, your pancreas, and that you're really increasing the blood flow to all those internal organs, making your body heal, making it work more efficiently. Just a wonderful feeling if you think about what's happening inside our bodies as we move. Now, let's reverse it. So shift left, chest forward, and around to the back. Just really open, really let your body embrace the fullness of the rotation as you're comfortable with, just as much as you're comfortable with. Good. Couple more. It just feels really good in your entire core, or I think it does. Let's do 2 more. And just breathe through it. Really, really good movement. Now come back to the center, bring the legs in a little bit. I'm going to scoot about halfway into the chair so that I'm comfortable rolling forward, letting my head hang, letting my arms hang, and letting your chest rest on your thighs and really, really stretch out that lower back. Just stay here and relax and let it stretch. Relax tension in your neck and head. And in this position, take both arms to the outside of your left thigh and turn your chest to the left thigh, keeping your right hip down, and just feel that wonderful stretch over the outside of your hip. And come through to the center. And let's go to the other side, keeping that opposite hip down and let it stretch. We'll come back to the center, hands to your thighs, and slowly roll up. Do slowly, only because that blood rushed up to your head. Sometimes that can be a change in blood pressure as you curl up. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see it better. But come forward in your chair, extending your right leg, toe up to the sky. So we're going to do two stretches. The first one is going to be for the back of the leg. Hands on your bent knee, your bent thigh. Lean forward with the back straight. So right now, chest is forward, eyes are forward, back is straight, and you feel that wonderful, straight, lengthening stretch really from your heel to your lower back if you really push your chest out. So this is stretching all the muscles down the back of your leg into your lower back. Good. Now, change it by rounding the body and then reach down towards your toe, your ankle, your calf, and then it takes it out of the leg more into the back. And hands back to your thigh, uncurl. Bring that leg in. Let's do the other one. Back straight first. And lean forward with the chest open. Feeling that wonderful pull completely from hip to heel. And then take a breath, let your arm walk down if you want, and just round your body over. Hands to your thighs, uncurl. So go ahead and set back in your chair so that your back is resting against the chair and you're very, very lifted, very tall. Breath up. Exhale out with the arms. Now bring your right arm across, hug it with your left, drop that shoulder and just feel that wonderful pull across the right shoulder. You can even bend this arm if you want. We're just working on stretching through the deltoid, through the shoulder. Now open again. This time the other arm. So hug your left arm, drop that shoulder, and bring it in. Very good. Now open, I don't know what your chair's like, but if you can bring your hands behind you and open the chest, you can either interlock your fingers or just open that chest, look slightly up to the ceiling. Feel that wonderful pull. That opens the chest, allows more space for the lungs to inhale and exhale, and more room for the heart to beat strongly. And now release. Lift up. I want you to turn to the right, first your head, then your shoulders, then go ahead and take both hands to the outside of the right and turn from the waist and look behind you as far as you're comfortable going, as if you were looking behind you to make sure there was nothing if you were driving and backing up. Now release center. Same thing, first the head turns, then the shoulders, and then the hips and the waist. And release. That's another functional stretch that you should do regularly to maintain that ability to twist and turn and look behind you. Sitting back and relax, let's lift the right ankle and circle and reverse. Don't want to forget our extremities, which are so important for all the tasks that we do each day. Wiggle your toes, shake the foot out. Very good. And release. Left leg, same thing. Circle the ankle. And reverse. Wiggle your toes around, shake them out. Just make sure that you got good blood flow to your feet. Now let's go to the hands. Turn your palms up. Rest the elbows by your side and turn the palms down. So up and down. Very basic movement, a very easy one to lose the strengthening in if you don't practice, called supination and pronation. Now flex, palms, wide fingers, and down, and flex, and down. Let the fingers move and wiggle all around. If you do have arthritis like me, the key is to keep your grip strong, but also to get that flexibility, to be able to open and stretch those hands out. Close gently and really, really stretch them out. Good. And shake out your arms. Now let's go to our neck. You want to sit up tall. Always think, keeping your head on your shoulders, ears over your shoulders. Just tilt your head right. Now when I tilt right, my shoulders are relaxed and my chin and nose are forward toward you. Now just bring that tilt through center and do it the other way. Good. And that should, again, right across that neck, each side of your neck, under your ear to your shoulder. Now come back to center, tilt right again, but this time turn your chin to look down over your right shoulder. Then look straight out and back to the center. I know if you've ever had vertigo or inner ear issues, this is an exercise that can really be helpful. Tilt left. Then turn your chin down to your shoulder. Look at the floor beside of you. Then look up and straight out and back to the center. 2 more neck exercises and we'll be done. I want you to think of a pin on the end of your nose and draw a quarter-size circle with your nose. This helps keep the rotation loose in your neck without compromising your vertebrae. As we get older and our bones get more brittle and dry, we don't want to over extend our neck. In reverse, as if you were erasing that circle. And the opposite of that is also too, as we look down, reading, looking at our phones, doing computer work, we tend to rest our heads forward. So a vital exercise, really something I wish you would do every day. I try to remember, but I sometimes forget, is the neck glides. Just imagine you're pushing your chin back in as if making a double chin, or pushing your head toward the back wall. You want to pull those muscles in and back, and immediately you feel these guys working back here. And release. It's not the most glamorous movement, but it's very functional and very needed. Push back. Because what we're doing is strengthening those overused muscles in our neck. Release to try to keep, as I said, our head on our shoulders. Push back in. And release. Even as uncomfortable as if you can do about 5 reps a day, it will really help you a lot, especially at the end of the day. Let's do 2 more. And release. And last one. And release. Breath up. And sink the energy. Now I want you to just focus on a cleansing, healing breath. Close your eyes if you like. Feel the quietness, feel the energy. It's amazing what blood flow and oxygen flow does to your body and make you more alert, awake, calm. Now this time, take the arms up, palms together, hands to heart. Let your legs relax. Feel your body sinking into your chair. Your bones are stacked one on top of the other. That means head over shoulders, shoulders over hips. That you feel the heaviness of your body as the gravity pulls you to the earth. Yet at the same time, you feel the lifting of the crown of your head, your spiritual energy reaching up and out, making you feel more alive, alert, peaceful. Each breath, a new life, a new beginning, a new chance to get it right. Each exhale, wiping away negativity, dis-ease, pain, anxiety. Let it go. You don't need it. Breath in. Cleanse it and let it go. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for bringing us together today to share the joy of moving in these earthly bodies that you have given us. We are here to serve you, and we want to do it the best we can, but trying to be the best physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Be with us another week until we can come together again, and help us reach out to anyone we meet with love, kindness, peacefulness, acceptance, and know that we do that in the image of your Son, Jesus. In his name we pray. Amen.
Thank you.